FoxBangor.com coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at FoxBangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a man arrested for a cold case sexual assault is now being investigated for a rash of similar crimes.
Plus, Maine's capital city breaks ground for a brand new police station.
And we'll hear from some people on how they're celebrating those who have served our nation on Veterans Day 2022.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Veterans Day for everyone out there. Today, it looks like the weather's going to be a little
I know. Warm, though.
Yeah, it's going to be very warm. We'll have clouds, but any rains are supposed to hold off until later, so any Veterans Day activity should be okay.
Yeah. No raining on your parade. Let's get a look at that forecast with Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Friday. And your first weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. All right, let's get right into things this morning. We have gale warnings and also small craft advisories in effect. The small craft advisory is here in effect until around 11 a.m. on Friday, as we're going to be dealing with some wave height issues for a little while yet. But then more issues get going later tonight with gale warnings in effect here. And those will last until 5 p.m. on Saturday as our next cold front begins to move in ahead of our next system, of course. So here we are. We just had some clouds here developing this morning. No tracking from the southwest going toward the north and east. We'll see these clouds moving in a little bit more. And some of this is courtesy of Nicole, too, which is now a tropical depression located further down toward the south and west here. This will be tracking off towards the north and east over time, though. So we'll get the clouds from that and some decent rainfall on the way as early as tonight. So otherwise, so here we are. Futurecast increasing clouds for today. The rain gets going later tonight, even some rumbles of thunder. There will be a break as we head towards tomorrow morning before more rain continues to move through and even a few rumbles of thunder. The wind will gradually increase as well. Today, not too bad. It's tonight and parts of tomorrow. The winds really get going, and that's why the gale warnings are in effect. So your forecast for today, middle 60s. It's Veterans Day. Make sure to think of veteran. Will be mostly cloudy and mild with that southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing increasing clouds, temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. First up this morning, the jury in the Zachary Borg trial delivered a verdict yesterday. Borg's infant daughter suffered an overdose back in July. Investigators who searched the home said they discovered fentanyl in several rooms, including the child's bedroom. He was found guilty of aggravated assault, domestic violence, reckless conduct, and endangering the welfare of a child. Assistant District Attorney Chelsea Linz says changes in the law are needed to better protect children who are exposed to drugs.
Most of the laws that we would be able to prosecute in a case like this are now protected under the new Good Samaritan law, except for the aggravated assault. What we really need is a felony endangering the welfare of a child law, and we need to have the ability to prosecute it.
Borg's sentencing is scheduled to take place on November 21st.
Meanwhile, a man arrested this week for a sexual assault that happened 26 years ago is now under investigation as a possible serial rapist. That's what prosecutors said Thursday during a court hearing for 56-year-old Jason Follett of Gouldsboro. He was arrested Wednesday after authorities used DNA to link him to an attack on a woman in Hancock back in 1996. According to the Bangor Daily, authorities are now investigating whether he was behind similar attacks on local women. In one case, a woman was dragged into the woods and struck by a gun. Follett is now being held on $100,000 cash bail.
A Waterville man has been indicted for considering to provide materials to support terrorists and possessing homemade explosive devices. A federal grand jury charged 19-year-old Xavier Pelkey in a two-count indictment. According to the indictment and court records, between November 2021 and February of 2022, Pelkey allegedly conspired with other individuals to conduct a violent attack on a Shia mosque in the Chicago area. The indictment also alleges on February 11th of this year, Pelkey possessed 3 homemade explosive devices that were not registered to him. If convicted, Pelkey faces up to 15 years in prison on the material support charge and 10 years in prison for the destructive device charge.
The South Berwick Police Department has issued a silver alert. 31-year-old Levi Brown was last seen on November 3rd at his apartment on Railroad Avenue in South Berwick. Brown is a white male, 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighs 180 pounds, has brown hair and blue eyes. He's believed to be driving a 2021 gray Nissan Kicks. with Massachusetts plates. If you have any information, please contact the South Berwick Police Department.
After much anticipation, the city of Augusta has broken ground at the new location for its police department. Matthew Juronsik has more.
A groundbreaking ceremony took place at 7 Willow Street in Augusta Thursday morning. At the site of the old Hannaford, city officials marked the occasion with shovels and dirt.
This moment for a lot of us is something that's been 30 years in the making.
The ceremony was a huge success as many citizens, retirees, and members of the force heard speeches from Augusta Police Chief Jared Mills and the city's Director of Development Services Matt Nazar about the next steps in the project.
And it's been a process to get to this point and making sure that we have a facility that's going to be serving the community for the many years to come.
Searching for a new location began as early as 2018 when Police Chief Mills needed a location that would best serve the community.
The biggest thing we wanted to be was centrally located. We used to be across the street, so it's a fitting spot to be centralized in the city where folks can actually walk to the police station if they need to, and we're easily accessed by the public.
The money came from a 2021 vote to allow the city to borrow more than $20 million to acquire the land and build a new state-of-the-art building.
When I saw the results of the vote from our community with this overwhelming landslide of support to approve this project, just warmed my heart. Our police officers, our men and women, feel very supported by our community.
Excavators are here on the scene to start the 65-week project, which is set to start as early as tomorrow with demolition. Reporting from Augusta, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, meanwhile, that project is expected to be completed by February of 2024. In other news, Congressman Jared Golden has declared victory in Maine's 2nd Congressional District. With over 95% of the votes tallied now, Golden's camp says they have an 11,000-vote lead, which he says makes a Poliquin win, quote, functionally impossible. At a press conference in Lewiston, Golden said, quote, I am deeply honored the people of Maine's 2nd Congressional District have chosen me to represent them in Washington for another 2-year term. Although Bruce Poliquin may not be willing to concede, at this point the final results is undeniably clear. The Secretary of State's office will oversee the ranked choice voting or instant runoff since no candidate has cleared 50% of the vote as required by state law. The results will be tabulated on Tuesday.
John Stein has secured a spot in Ellsworth City Council following a recount. The recount was issued exclusively for candidates John Linehan and John Stein to determine who would take the third and final available seat on the City Council. Stein won by a margin of just 56 votes after the initial tally. The city clerk's office spent all day recounting the votes. Michelle Beal and Tammy Moat had enough votes to secure.
I'll read it. Michelle Beal and Tammy Moat had enough votes to secure the 2 other available seats. Meanwhile, some great news for the Skowhegan area as the Somerset Mill is getting an upgrade. Sappi North America owns the mill in Skowhegan and has 750 employees at the mill. The company announced yesterday it's investing $418 million in their number 2 paper machine. It will change the type of paper they are producing, increasing its capacity and making solid bleached sulfate board. They say this product will be a sustainable alternative to plastic packaging.
Sappi had the foresight and the strategic plan to begin diversifying into different grades. And the success that we've had the last couple of years in doing that has really built the foundation and the confidence for us to take this next step.
Wallace says the changeover won't be completed until 2025, but they plan to start soon with around $70 million invested in 2023 alone. He also says there could be up to 1,000 contractors needed to get that upgrade done. Governor Mills released a statement yesterday saying in part that those changes will help make the mill more competitive on the global level. She says by diversifying the forest products made in Maine, the state will strengthen the forest products sector and sustain the good-paying jobs it creates.
Northern Light Blue Hill Hospital has installed a 24/7 drug take-back kiosk. It serves as a solution for disposal of unwanted or expired medication, which, according to Kevin Dempsey, the hospital's director of pharmacy, is critical to, quote, reducing access to controlled substances in our communities, unquote. Another drug take-back receptacle is located in Ellsworth at the Hancock County Sheriff's Office.
It's a great idea. Get those medications off the street, out of the medicine cabinets where they're not being used, and keep them out of the environment, too.
Right. I know it's not super safe for the environment if you just flush them or
right.
anything like that as well.
Yeah.
Yep, so the time is now 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll have a segment devoted to Veterans Day events and stories.
But first, another check of that forecast. Looks like a mostly cloudy day today with highs around 64. Some rains and possible heavy thunderstorms moving in tonight, along with some strong winds. The lows still staying up there pretty high, near 60 degrees. Tomorrow, another day of rain and heavy clouds out there. The highs, though, up around 66.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
ABC 7 and Fox 22 live at the Anna Schreiner's Festival of Trees on November 17th. A beautiful holiday live event sponsored locally by Doors Equipment. See them for Kubota sales and service. 1468 Hammond Street, Bangor. Are you running low on snacks? Do you need a stiff drink? Looking to get a bite to eat? C&K Variety has it all. And Complete Tire Service Incorporated. Make them your next stop for new tires, quality maintenance, and professional auto repair services.
Hello, Eastern Maine. Watch You Bet Your Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on ABC 7.
My sister's done some horrible things to me. She's evil and manipulative. She's nothing but a gangbanger. She lives in a trailer park. Methamphetamine abuser. She should be in prison.
Hot Bench. Friday at 3 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Veterans Day, a day set aside to honor all the men and women who have served our nation, along with those who continue to serve in the military. It all began back in 1919 when the nation originally celebrated Armistice Day to commemorate the end of World War I and those who fought in it. There are a number of events planned today, including the annual parade that will begin in Brewer. It kicks off at 10:15 this morning and will wind its way across the bridge into downtown Bangor. Many local restaurants are also offering veterans everything from free coffee to food today. The Bangor Band will also perform in a special concert at the Coal Land Transportation Museum at 1:30 this afternoon.
And I do believe it's the Coal Land Transportation's last day open, so get there while you can. The towns of Benton, Fairfield, and Clinton have put up banners honoring local veterans. The Fairfield VFW Post met with local historian Buddy Frost and decided the banners were a great way to honor those who served. Locals hope that the banners remind future generations of the service and sacrifice of those before them.
I know a lot of people who come through here and see these banners, and they see like the ones in front of me here, Fred Albert and Dick Goodwin. They knew them, they grew up with them, they were storekeepers here in town, but until they saw the banners, they never realized that they were ever in the military because it wasn't talked about then. So bringing these people to life and their history and everything and documenting it for future generations is important to us.
Yeah. About 90 banners have been put up, but there are even more to be hung.
Well, Box of Maine has found a creative and tasty way to help out veterans. The company packages Maine-made foods and items into boxes that give a little bit of the tastes Maine is famous for to those who receive it. Now they have created a way to sponsor a Maine soldier. They're hoping to send hundreds of these boxes to those away from home serving our country.
Some people would love to bless a soldier from Maine with a box, and there's other people that just financially they just can't afford to send a box. And so I wanted to connect those two together so that we can get a piece of home to our soldiers that are serving away this holiday season.
Well, this month, they are also teaming up with the Maine Veterans Project to raise money for their heating fuel program. Box of Maine has had 600 cedar dog tags made from locally sourced cedar trees in Down East Maine. They are for sale, and 100% of the proceeds will go to the fund to help veterans in need. To order or find out more, you can go to their website at boxofmaine.com.
Husson University and Bangor honored veterans for their service and sacrifice. The presentation included remarks from several speakers, including an active duty Army soldier who just came back after a 3-year overseas tour in South Korea, and a professor of military science at the University of Maine.
This is an awesome event. The recognition of this, of our service and the community and the veterans here is just amazing by the university here. I'm proud to be a part of it. Proud to be a part of today.
The event included a minute of silence and a national roll call to honor those who have served, those who are serving now, and those who gave their lives in service to our country.
Well, for the last year, we've been going around the state talking with Mainers who served in World War II and collecting their stories. Tonight, we will be airing our 4th segment on our heroes, their own words. It features 8 Mainers, both men and women, telling their stories from a variety of experiences.
I was just a small town girl, and there wasn't much around here, to do or anything. And my brothers were Coast Guardmen, so they paved the way for me, and I thought, well, if they were that young and joined that for President Roosevelt, I think probably I could do as good as they have.
Well, that 1-hour special airs tonight, Veterans Day, at 8 p.m. right on ABC 7. We hope you tune in to hear that. Our own Jason Maker's been working very hard doing those interviews and putting that all together. It really is kind of a time capsule, too. Now we'll have their stories forever, It's all on digital tape.
We're very lucky to be able to showcase World War II veterans right now. Yep.
Hopefully a lot of people will tune in tonight at 8.
Yes. Well, the time is now 6:17. After the break, we'll have an update regarding the still in limbo aspects of national midterm elections.
Plus, we'll check in regarding the trajectory of Hurricane Nicole. All this and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Tonight, 2020 True Crime.
They left them there to die.
You needed a miracle.
We needed a miracle
to solve this case. Is this a case of divine intervention?
God loves all his children.
Even a killer?
2020 tonight on ABC.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
Ladies, a Maine adventure.
We've got a great deal on wigwam socks.
Buy 1, buy 2, buy 3.
And get 1 free.
Thank you for shopping locally.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our 3rd generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
With it being Veterans Day, not only is it a day to recognize those who have served and fought for our country, but it's a day to take action to aid them as well. Fox News correspondent Ashley Strohmeyer has more.
Many will take a moment Friday to recognize and celebrate the men and women who have served and fought for our country. But this day shouldn't just be a day to pay tribute. Experts say they hope it will be a day of action.
I encourage people on Veterans Day not just to think, but maybe to think about doing. There are ways we can seek training to become better able to support the mental health of the people around us.
Experts say each year, more than 200,000 people transition from active duty to civilian life and become veterans. And while that's a period marked by a sense of pride for many, for some, it can become a time of psychosocial strain that leads to PTSD.
difficulties finding job or pursuing additional education or difficulties with housing. And those psychosocial stressors might also, for some, activate PTSD symptoms.
PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, is a mental health condition that can develop after an exposure to a life-threatening or traumatic event. According to the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, vets and active duty service members are dying by suicide at alarming rates, women dying at twice the rate of the adult population in the U.S. To help combat this, loved ones play a big role.
Family and friends can be a great catalyst to get veterans connected to professional services when needed.
Veteran Day parades are being held throughout the U.S., from our nation's capital to sunny California. Experts say those looking to volunteer can contact their local VA. In New York, Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
A lot of veterans out there could use our help. It's nice to see around here. I think they are getting a lot of support thanks to some local organizations, but we can always do more.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, the time is now 6:20.
It's time to get a full look at our forecast. Here's Devin Biggs with the cloudy details.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. All right, let's get right into things this morning. We have small craft advisories in effect. Those will drop at around 11 a.m. this morning. So these are about done, but gale warnings are in effect over that. Now it'll last until 5 p.m. for Saturday as our next cold front will begin to move in. And that will cause a few issues for us, as we will be watching for showers and, yes, thunderstorms that will be on the way, and some heavy downpours that will begin to develop as well. So here we are, though. The radar and satellite's quiet for now. A few rain showers off toward the north, and those are leaving us alone overall. But the clouds to the south and west, courtesy of now tropical depression Nicole, located across the southeastern U.S. It will track up towards the north and east over time, though. And that will give us the chances for showers and thunderstorms and some heavy downpours on the way later tonight. Some areas could see up to 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up. We're also going to be watching this cold front here. They'll also be going to track off towards the east over time. So otherwise, here we are, though. Let's break down the cold a little bit more. Not much left of the system, at least with regards to tropical characteristics. It's now a tropical depression with winds now down to around 35 miles per hour. So again, tracking towards the north-northwest at around 16 miles per hour. And of course, the projected path, pretty much self-explanatory. It's going to keep tracking off towards the north and east and weaken to pretty much become extra-tropical. Then we'll watch this tracking off towards the north and east and kind of get caught up with that cold front. But otherwise, though, back here at home, the winds won't be too bad for, say, maybe a quick gust up to around 20 miles per hour along the coast. So it's later on tonight we'll have to watch out for more gusty winds. And look at this, even Bar Harbor up to 40, maybe 45 miles per hour in a few areas. Same as you look toward areas to the south and east in Washington County. So some gusty winds that we'll have to watch out for over time. Wave high still a little active for this morning, which is why those small craft advisories continue to remain up and with 4 to 9 foot wave heights right now. So again, small craft advisories will drop later this morning. All right, our average high is 48 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 60s today and tomorrow. That will feel nice before we fall back down in the lower 50s for you Sunday. Then we're back below average in the lower 40s Monday all the way through Thursday of next week. Futurecast moving forward, though, increasing clouds will be the general idea. Showers and thunderstorms do get going later tonight, lasting overnight. Heavy downpours as well. A little bit of a break as we get towards early tomorrow morning, but more showers and storms move through, at least through late morning, starting to taper off as we head towards early afternoon. And we're going to be seeing maybe a few peaks of sunshine as well before we watch out for maybe a few rain showers again as we head towards early Sunday morning. So how much rain can we possibly see? Maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up. More beneficial rain for us. So none of the states in drought at this point, so any rainfall that we do get will definitely help us out over time. All right, your forecast for today, it's Veterans Day. Make sure to think of a veteran out there who has served or currently serving. We'll be in the middle 60s today, mostly cloudy and mild. Southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, middle 50s, showers and thunderstorms, areas of heavy rain. South wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms, areas of heavy rain again. South wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Your Ansley Moore extended forecast. So there's the storm chances for you Saturday and more rain showers as we head towards your Sunday. Temperatures cooling off into the lower 50s on Sunday. And we're back in the 40s Monday and Tuesday with a partly cloudy sky.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley 200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I broke my leg, and they got me $205,000. What did the twos do for you?
I injured my back, and they got me $300,000. What did the twos do for you?
I broke multiple bones, and Lowry & Associates got me $700,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Lamy Wellahan's annual Veterans Day sale is happening now. Take 20% off your purchase over $50. As always, our expert fittings can ensure you get the best fit for your feet. We have quality brands and styles the whole family will love. Shop the sale now through Sunday the 13th, in-store and online. Use promo code VETSDAY22 at lwshoes.com for 20% off orders over $50. Have a wonderful Veterans Day weekend.
Ladies, a main adventure.
We have a great selection of throws. They're soft, they're comfortable, and lots of flannel sheets. You can get comfy and cozy just like Adam is.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for shopping locally.
When Marilyn Monroe Spas wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Life is your red carpet. Walk it like a Hollywood star with a visit to Marilyn Monroe Spas. Our hair, nail, massage, and skincare services will leave you feeling legendary.
ABC 7, proud to honor all veterans.
Welcome back, everyone. The country is still awaiting final results from several key races that will prove crucial to deciding control of Congress. With the Georgia Senate race now set for a runoff election, Democrats and Republicans are closely watching Arizona and Nevada, where both parties are hoping to pick up some Senate seats. ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington with the details.
Good morning. Republicans remain on track to secure a House majority, but the Senate remains an open question. As midterm ballot counting continues, attention is turning to the 2024 presidential campaign and former President Trump. Overnight, Maricopa County, Arizona, releasing results from 78,000 processed ballots, slightly boosting Democrats.
This is the process. It's been like this for years.
But the county still has hundreds of thousands more ballots to process. Candidates in Arizona's tight Senate race now reassuring supporters.
It doesn't look like we're going to have the final results for a little while.
Republican challenger Blake Masters tweeting that with the remaining ballots outstanding, we are confident we will win.
We won't have more election results for several days.
In Nevada, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto still hopeful. Her opponent, Adam Laxalt, also upbeat.
We're going to win this race.
Meantime, Georgia is set for a December Senate runoff election.
We're in overtime. That means we got a runoff. Hey, I was built for this.
Fundamentally, this is a race about right and wrong.
Republicans are now talking about 2024, largely pushed by former President Trump, who could announce his re-election campaign as soon as next week. Trump already going after a potential rival, calling Florida Governor Ron DeSantis an average governor with great PR.
The CDC is warning consumers about a dangerous and deadly bacterial outbreak in some deli foods. The CDC says a listeria outbreak in 6 states has been linked to deli meats and cheese. The outbreak was detected in Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Illinois, and California. The CDC says a total of 16 people were sickened, 1 person has died, and 13 others were taken to hospitals. 7 of the 16 cases were in New York. 5 of those 7 say they bought deli cheese and meat from at least one location of the grocery store chain Net Cost Market.
Well, now to the stunning damage from Hurricane Nicole. 5 deaths are now blamed on that storm, and dozens of buildings along the Florida coast are at risk of collapsing. The storm is no longer a hurricane, but it's threatening to spawn tornadoes as it barrels north, heading right up the I-95 corridor with drenching rain and heavy winds. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest on the storm.
Tropical depression Nicole weakened overnight as it barreled into Georgia, but forecasters in Atlanta are warning of possible tornadoes and downed trees today. The storm still packing 40-mile-per-hour winds. Hurricane Nicole made landfall in Volusia County, Florida, where authorities now say 49 beachfront buildings have been deemed unsafe, including 24 hotels and condos now at risk of collapsing.
The structural damage along our coastline is unprecedented. We've never experienced anything like this before.
The storm surge slamming Florida's east coast, where Hurricane Ian washed away beaches and destroyed seawalls just 6 weeks ago.
This surely was a pretty tranquil place to sit and watch the beach until Hurricane Nicole snatched the beach away. Now this entire house is sitting on exposed pilings. And over here, this is the back of the house's garage. The only thing left is the garage door. The floor and everything else just washed away.
In the Daytona Beach area, hundreds of people were evacuated before several beachfront homes buckled into the ocean, and authorities warn more houses could collapse.
This home, yesterday, I was in the living room. That is now in the ocean. They used to have, before Ian, a deck and 100 feet before you hit water. This is how fast erosion can change a coast.
The sprawling storm covered nearly the entire state of Florida. The whipped-up surf near St. Augustine producing massive amounts of sea foam, and this park bench floating away.
We got a bench on the loose.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Shows even any kind of hurricane can be destructive. This was a Category 1 storm when it rolled ashore yesterday, but as you can see, it's still causing a lot of destruction out there.
Yep, especially as erosion continues up the coast.
Yeah, it's not over yet either.
Yeah. Still to come here on the second half of our show, we will have the community calendar to get your Veterans Day weekend kicked off as early as possible.
And to complement that, we'll have your full weather forecast too. Don't go anywhere.
We're no football players.
But we do know a lot about Medicare.
So why call some out-of-state 800 number?
When help is right here at home.
Listen to what these people have to say.
My insurance kept going up and up and up and up.
I could never have navigated through the loopholes.
Gave me all my options and signed me up with what I needed within an hour.
Senior Planning Center was a lifesaver for us.
Oh, by the way,
we represent most Medicare health plans.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
The Furniture Gallery's pre-Black Friday deals are here. We're fully stocked just in time for holiday get-togethers. We've got your choice of 5-piece dining sets starting at $449. Need extra living room seating? Sectional starting at $699 and recliner starting at $299. Long-distance guests staying over? Queen mattresses as low as $299 with closeout mattresses up to $1,000 off. Special financing is available. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
On election night, Eastern Maine turned to us for Maine Decides 2022.
As the votes were being counted and the winners announced, we brought you there.
Tonight would not have been possible without the thousands of Maine people who supported this campaign, who volunteered to make calls and knock on doors, who convinced their family and friends to vote in this midterm election.
On air and online.
You can count on ABC 7 and Fox 22.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Friday, November 11th, 2022. On this day in history, in 1620, 41 pilgrims, I guess, was aboard the Mayflower. They anchored off Massachusetts and signed a compact calling for a body politic, which is an agreement that established a form of government among the travelers, probably one of the first of its types here in the U.S.
I seem to remember in history lessons that being one of the very first things we'd learn about in American history.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, have to come up with some rules so everybody lives by them.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right. Well, in 1921, a few years later, the remains of an unidentified American service member were interred in the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. And in 1966, Gemini 12 blasted off for a 4-day mission on what would be the final flight in NASA's Gemini program.
Today's birthdays include actor Callista Flockhart, who is 58, actor Leonardo DiCaprio, who is 48, and actress Demi Moore is 60. All I could find was like famous actors and actresses today, but happy birthday to them.
I think it's Mary Adams, John Adams' wife's birthday
Oh, there
as
you
well.
go.
I think that's Abigail Adams. It's
Yeah.
Abigail Adams' birthday, too.
I like those.
She would have been 248 or whatever.
I think Mary was Lincoln's wife, right?
Right,
Mary
yes,
Lincoln. So.
yes.
All right, I'm glad we've got that out of control.
Oh, and today we didn't put in the midpoint. Today's 11/11. That's good luck.
That's right.
It's a good luck
All
number.
right.
Yeah, make a wish all day.
There you go. Maybe they'll come true.
Right.
The weather. Let's talk about the weather. It's
No rain yet.
Yeah, it was really warm though when we came in here today.
I'm not dressed well. I'm too warm.
It's crazy. It's been a roller coaster. Some day you're freezing, some days not so much. And it looks
Yep.
like as we head into the weekends, we'll have more mild temperatures out there. Unfortunately, it'll be a little bit rainy too.
Seems
Unless
like
you
we'll
look
be okay.
look at it from a different way, it's a chance to stay inside and watch some movies or something like that.
That's how I look at it,
So.
and I'm excited for that. But as far as Veterans Day parades go today, it looks like we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Devin Biggs has all the details.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Friday. And your first weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. All right, let's get right into things this morning. We have gale warnings and also small craft advisories in effect. The small craft advisory is here in effect until around 11 a.m. on Friday, as we're going to be dealing with some wave height issues for a little while yet. But then more issues get going later tonight with gale warnings in effect here. And those will last until 5 p.m. on Saturday as our next cold front begins to move in ahead of our next system, of course. So here we are. We just had some clouds here developing this morning. No tracking from the southwest. Going toward the north and east, we'll see these clouds moving in a little bit more. And some of this is courtesy of Nicole, too, which is now a tropical depression located further down toward the south and west here. This will be tracking off towards the north and east over time, though, so we'll get the clouds from that and some decent rainfall on the way as early as tonight. So otherwise, though, here we are. Futurecast increasing clouds for today. The rain gets going later tonight, even some rumbles of thunder. There will be a break as we head towards tomorrow morning before more rain continues to move through and even a few rumbles of thunder. The wind will gradually increase as well. Today, not too bad. It's tonight and parts of tomorrow. The winds really get going, and that's why the gale warnings are in effect. So your forecast for today, middle 60s. It's Veterans Day. Make sure to think of veteran. Will be mostly cloudy and mild with that southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing increasing clouds, temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right. Thank you, Devin.
And now let's take a look at our community calendar for this Veterans Day weekend. So today, starting at 9:30 a.m., the Military Museum grand opening at 55 West Street in Lincoln. It'll be a family-friendly party with games, displays, food, and live music. Mass and a movie showing in Millinocket on 19 Colby Street. A mass to start the day off at St. Martin of Tours Church, followed by a movie documenting Ernest Vienu, who died in action and had been missing for 76 years. His remains were buried in Millinocket. And a barbecue at Skowhegan at 4 p.m. at Coburn Park. Veterans Day coffee and donuts at the American Legion Post at Dover Foxcroft from 8 to 10. Pancake breakfast at 7 a.m. at Jeff's Catering in Brewer. It's a free breakfast for veterans, though. If you are a civilian, your money will go to a fundraiser. Celtic Music Series at 7 p.m. at the Bangor Arts Exchange tonight. And a Veterans Day Museum Day at Owl's Head Transportation Museum from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's free admission in Owl's Head. A Down East Cider and Cheese Festival starting tonight at 6 p.m. in Ellsworth. That goes tomorrow all day as well. And it's the last day at the Cole Museum in Bangor from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And UMaine men's basketball game today at 7 p.m. at the Cross Insurance Center.
Busy day.
A busy day. And tomorrow, again, Down East Cider and Cheese Festival, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Events all day. Mike's Super Magic and Illusion tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the Gracie Theater at the Husson University. Tickets are starting at $25. He's a nationally known magician. Annual Hunters and Family Breakfast tomorrow starting at 4:30 a.m. going till 9 at the Penobscot County Conservation Association at 570 North Main Street in Brewer. And Motley Crue Tribute Show tomorrow at 8 p.m. at G-Force Entertainment in Bangor. There are experienced Motley Crue tribute performers, and tickets start at $20 at the door, $15 if you buy in advance. Girl Scout new member info and sign up 10:30 a.m. at the Millinocket Memorial Library tomorrow. See what Girl Scouts have to offer. And Run Wild 5K run/walk 2 p.m. tomorrow at the Belfast Rail Trail. Every ticket, you get a free beer at Marshall Wharf Brewing at the after party.
All kinds of things going on.
All kinds of stuff. I know it's a long weekend. I normally feel like Veterans Day is on a Monday, but it's kind of nice to have it on a Friday.
That's okay with me, too. Yeah, I was wondering, I forgot that this was a holiday until my daughter called me last night and said she had today off.
Right.
So,
nice.
Anyway.
So all of those events will be on our website, foxbangor.com. And, I mean, there's plenty of other Veterans Day events, too, that we didn't get to say. So just check out your local VA, or I know Bangor's parade is organized by Bangor High's JROTC, so there's events all over today.
Yeah, most towns will have some kind of Veterans Day observance or something like that, so go out there and take part.
Right. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have your latest with local sports.
Back after this.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Hear that music? It can only mean breakfast bagels are back at McDonald's. Imagine a fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. That's right, the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and sausage, egg, and cheese bagels are all back, but only for a limited time at McDonald's.
Let Hellman's Bakery put a smile on your face with their tasty offerings of breads, baked beans, lasagna, tuche and turkey pies, fruit and cream pies, wedding and specialty cakes, pastries, and more. Hillman's, your hometown bakery, Fairfield.
With roots right here in New England, Thanksgiving is one of our longest-lasting traditions. And now Toyota, the longest-lasting brand, is holding a tradition of its own, our annual Thanksgiving Savings Event. Right now, you could save up to $1,000 with low 3.49% financing on most all-wheel drive RAV4 models. And every RAV4 comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. Celebrate savings from the longest-lasting brand. Your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. 8-man football state championships are this Saturday down in Augusta. And for the first time in almost 30 years, Orono football has the chance to bring home a gold ball. Now, there aren't many similarities between this year's team and the 94 squad, the last team to make it there, but there is one, the Parker family. Ryan Sudol has that story.
For the first time since 1994, the Orono Red Riots are playing for a football state title. And they're ready.
To be a part of the comeback in football in Orono. We have the whole community behind us again. It's been really awesome.
Some might say that lineman Noah Parker was born ready.
Brady, go with them.
His dad, line coach John Parker, was a lineman on that 94 team.
It's hard to say. Obviously, it means a lot to me to see him play in the same position I do. I think he plays a lot better than I do. It's fun to watch him.
It's awesome. The fact that I can play the same position as him, too, and he's here to help us, and I can ask him any question I have, and he'll always have an answer. That's the best part of it.
And despite all his successes on the field, John says his son's best qualities are the ones off the field.
He cares a lot about everybody around him, probably more about the people around him than he does himself, but he wants the team to succeed. That means a lot.
And other players' similar outlooks can be thanked because of bonds like the Parkers.
But we have lots of those connections on our team. Brady Grant, his dad, is one of our assistant coaches. Preston Mayhew's got 2 boys who play. Jack Brewer, of course, and his dad. We've got lots of father and son connections that are really meaningful to Orono football.
And the team hopes these connections will mean a state title.
The Red Riots will play the South 4 seed Old Orchard for the 8-man small title this Saturday at 2:30 at Coney High School. In Hamden, I'm Ryan Sudol, Fox 22, ABC 7.
Wishing them some luck down there. Like Ryan said, that game is at Coney. Let's stay with high school football now. With some weather incoming over Friday and Saturday, we've had some schedule changes. Let's check those out, starting with the Class B North Regional Final. That has always been at Lewiston between Skowhegan and Falmouth. The time has just changed. Kickoff is now at 4 p.m. The Class C North Regional Final, again, always been at Hamden Academy. That's going to be between Herman and Madomic Valley. That kickoff moved back an hour to 6 p.m. And then the Class D semifinal, it's actually a rematch of last year's Class D state final. Foxcroft Academy in Winthrop at Foxcroft Academy. Kickoff has been moved back to 5 p.m. in that one. All right, so wishing all of those teams luck. Let's do some basketball now. College hoops started up this week, and so did the Chris Markwood era for Maine men's basketball. Markwood, a South Portland native and former Black Bear, kicked off his career as Maine's head coach in Nebraska on Monday. The Black Bears entered that game as heavy underdogs, and they started slow, falling behind by double figures early, but they caught fire in the second half. They brought the game to within one against their Big Ten opponent. They also shot over 40% from three for the game, which is pretty impressive. And even with the loss, Markwood says he loves the way his team fought back.
Definitely thought we showed some resolve to fight back into it. You know, obviously we had a frustrating start to the game, which is, you know, it can be normal. We got a brand new group and you're going into a big stage. But again, a lot of positives to take away. You know, we're still growing. You know, hopefully down the road here, we'll be in a position where we can win those type of games.
The Black Bears, they return home on Friday for Markwood's first game back in the Cross Insurance Center since his assistant coaching days at Vermont. They play UMaine Fort Kent starting at 7 p.m. at the Cross. Good chance for Maine to pick up their first win of the Markwood era. And he says this whole experience has been surreal, and he can't wait to get out there in front of the home fans.
I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of nerves going out there tomorrow night just because of it is my first time back coaching on the Maine sideline, and you know, excited to put forth a product for our fans that they're going to be proud of here moving forward.
All right, moving on, let's go back to the Pats now. Again, no game this week, they're on bye, but the bye week gives them a great chance to take a step back and really look at things. From last year to this year, the offensive numbers are down, at least statistically, and the Pats sit at 5-4 record-wise. They have a really good shot at making a push for a playoff berth for the second straight year. I mean, is that the goal now, though, in a post-Brady era? Anyway, the bye week gives them a real good chance to kind of reevaluate what's been working, what hasn't been working, what they need to do more of, etc. Quarterback Mac Jones, says the team is just trying to get everyone better each day, and that's how they're trying to kickstart that final half.
Wherever you start the season, you want to finish better, and obviously you get a chance to evaluate halfway through the year usually, or whenever your bye week is. So obviously there's individual things you want to improve, fundamentals, technique. You know, you can look at statistics, but a lot of times there's some false realities there. But at the end of the day, like I said, if each individual player gets better, then we can kind of put that together as a team and obviously as an offense, and then kind of kickstart the back half of the year here.
All right, they will try to kickstart the back half of the season next week when they play the Jets again. That is all the time we have for sports, though. We'll be right back after the break.
You've probably seen those ads on TV with the out-of-state 800 number that look like information from Medicare. Some even suggest that your zip code will get you more benefits or even money back. You guessed it, those ads are misleading. So don't call that out-of-state 800 number when your help is right here at home. Do what I did and call the Senior Planning Center. They have trusted professionals all over Maine.
Call the Senior Planning Center at 223-6565. That's 223-6565.
They needed help, so they asked for volunteers. In 24 hours, I was at the front.
And the captain said, well, we're going to be next. It'll be here in 2 minutes. We saw the torpedo coming in, and it hit us right in the middle. Big thump, but no big explosion. And all I could hear was about 1,000 whispers of, oh, thank you, God. Thank you so much.
I looked at the door, and out comes all these women with those beautiful uniforms on. I think a light bulb went off in my brain because I thought, I think that would be for me.
Who is it that's still living that was in World War II? I'm one of the youngest.
This Veterans Day, we honor Maine's World War II veterans. Our heroes, their own words, tonight at 8 on ABC 7.
One of George Clooney's films is being turned into a TV series. Christina Aguilera gets ready to share her life story and more. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has the latest from Hollywood Nation.
With returns, Aguilera tells her story, and Clooney gets an adaptation in the Hollywood Nation.
Okay, fellas, here we go.
George Clooney's 6-time Oscar-nominated film Good Luck and Good Night is heading to the small screen. AMC Networks is developing a limited series based on the 2005 black and white drama. It centers on real-life veteran journalist Edward R. Murrow's battle against U.S. Senator Joseph McCarthy's anti-communist crusades in the 1950s. Clooney, who co-wrote, directed, and starred in the film, is on board to co-produce the show. Also in the works, a documentary highlighting the career and personal life of Christina Aguilera. According to Deadline, the pop superstar has been working on the film for the past 18 months. It will feature never-before-seen footage and exclusive behind-closed-door moments. The Queen of Burlesque, Dita Von Teese, is also working on her own documentary. It will chronicle her humble beginnings in Michigan to becoming pop culture's most famous striptease artist.
I'm going to need a gun.
And Keanu Reeves is back in action in today's First Looks. Lionsgate released the first trailer to John Wick Chapter 4, featuring Reeves as the popular super assassin facing off with a new enemy played by Bill Skarsgård. The highly anticipated sequel opens in theaters March 24th, 2023.
Last words, Winston? Just have fun out there.
Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Have you watched any of the John Wick movies?
Only the first one.
Yeah, I watched the first couple. I liked them. The third one was
I like it too.
So,
what I was just telling Craig is that Keanu Reeves seems like the new Tom Cruise.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm okay with that personally.
Yeah.
I prefer Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, from what I hear, Keanu's a really good guy too.
And that's
which
the other
makes
thing.
it even better.
And that's the other thing. That's what I like to hold on to. I know we don't know any of them,
right?
But he has a great reputation for being a good guy.
Just being like a normal dude.
Right.
I like that.
I do too.
Another guy who's a normal dude is Devin Biggs.
Our very own.
He's standing by with our weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. All right, let's get right into things this morning. We have small craft advisories in effect. Those will drop at around 11 a.m. this morning. So these are about done, but gale warnings are in effect over that. Now it'll last until 5 p.m. for a Saturday as our next cold front will begin to move in. And that will cause a few issues for us as we will be watching for showers and, yes, thunderstorms that will be on the way and some heavy downpours that will begin to develop as well. So here we are, though. The radar and satellites quiet for now. A few rain showers off toward the north, and those are leaving us alone overall. But the clouds to the south and west, courtesy of now tropical depression Nicole located across the southeastern U.S. It will track up towards the north and east over time, though. And that will give us the chances for showers and thunderstorms and some heavy downpours on the way later tonight. Some areas could see up to 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up. We're also going to be watching this cold front here. They'll also be going to track off towards the east over time. So otherwise, here we are, though. Let's break down Nicole a little bit more. Not much left of the system, at least with regards to tropical characteristics. It's now a tropical depression with winds now down to around 35 miles per hour. So again, tracking towards the north-northwest at around 16 miles per hour. And of course, the projected path, pretty much self-explanatory. It's going to keep tracking off towards the north and east and weaken and pretty much become extra-tropical. Then we'll watch this tracking off towards the north and east and kind of get caught up with that cold front. But otherwise, though, back here at home, the winds won't be too bad for, say, maybe a quick gust up to around 20 miles per hour along the coast. So it's later on tonight we'll have to watch out for more gusty winds. And look at this, even Bar Harbor up to 40, maybe 45 miles per hour in a few areas. Same as you look toward areas to the south and east in Washington County. So some gusty winds that we'll have to watch out for over time. Wave high still a little active for this morning, which is why those small craft advisories continue to remain up and with 4 to 9 foot wave heights right now. So again, small craft advisories will drop later this morning. All right, our average high is 48 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 60s today and tomorrow. That will feel nice before we fall back down in the lower 50s for a Sunday. And then we're back below average in the lower 40s Monday all the way through Thursday of next week. Futurecast moving forward, though, increasing clouds will be the general idea. Showers and thunderstorms do get going later tonight, lasting overnight. Heavy downpours as well. A little bit of a break as we get towards early tomorrow morning, but more showers and storms move through, at least through late morning, starting to taper off as we head towards early afternoon, and we're going to be seeing maybe a few peaks of sunshine as well before we watch out for maybe a few rain showers again as we head towards early Sunday morning. So how much rain can we possibly see? Maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up. More beneficial rain for us. So none of the states in drought at this point, so any rainfall that we do get will definitely help us out over time. All right, your forecast for today, it's Veterans Day. Make sure to think a veteran out there who has served or currently serving. We'll be in the middle 60s today, mostly cloudy and mild. Southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, middle 50s, showers and thunderstorms, areas of heavy rain. South wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms, areas of heavy rain again. South wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Your Ansley more extended forecast. So there's the storm chances for you Saturday and more rain showers as we head towards your Sunday. Temperatures cooling off into the lower 50s on Sunday. And we're back in the 40s Monday and Tuesday with a partly cloudy sky.
Ladies, a main adventure.
We got them smart wool socks for the entire family. We got PJ pants. We got lots of slippers. Get to Rennie's for all the great items.
Thank you for shopping locally.
I'll take those deals.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dark or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Like an eagle protects his head.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
Tonight, 2020 True Crime.
They left them there to die.
You needed a miracle.
We needed a miracle.
To solve this case. Is this a case of divine intervention?
God loves all his children.
Even a killer?
2020 tonight on ABC.
Well, Wendy's is celebrating Veterans Day with a deal that they will, what does it say?
That they will not resist.
They will not resist. It's cutting off half the word there. On November 11th, Wendy's is giving all of our veterans a free breakfast combo. To get this freebie, those who currently serve or who have served before only need to show Veterans Advantage card or a valid veteran ID at any location or through the drive-thru.
The offer will be available from only 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., so get out there.
If you want to get your free breakfast. I think they're having a big breakfast in Brewer today, too, for veterans. A lot of communities are doing that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see all the,
it's nice.
Even the restaurants doing
oftentimes
things.
The veterans will have the free breakfast, and then all civilians and everybody else is welcome to come. And it's maybe, I think I saw $6 or $10 for like unlimited free pancake breakfast, or not minus the word free, but, and it's a good,
I think it's free for veterans, too.
Yes.
So, which is important, too.
Most importantly, yes.
That's it for now.
Good Morning America is next on ABC 7. Have a good Friday.
Celebrate Maine artisans, sampling and shopping the very best of Maine-made products at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 19th and 20th, presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
Wings, Wings, Wings is hiring, hiring, hiring.
Come work at Wings, Wings, Wings.
Wings is #1.
Wings does case management.
Bring hope to families by working at Wings, Wings, Wings.
I work at Wings.
I work at Wings.
Come work at Wings.
Wings, Wings, Wings. Ranked one of the best places to work in Maine for the last 5 years in a row.
This week on Wheel, we're celebrating veterans.
Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Army. Served 30 years with tanks. Did you say tanks or thanks?
America's Game.
Grab those devices. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're good at following orders.
Salutes America's heroes.
Marines, huh?
No,